All praises, honor, and glory be to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah, Shalom, family, the show, brother Prince Malachi, sons of Jacob Tulsa. We back with a quick exhortation, right? The topic of today's video is be wise toward all men. Now, I want to give a disclaimer. I ask that everyone listen with unbiased ears, and as I expound from the scriptures, right? That's all I ask. So, without further ado, it's the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 1. Instead of a friend, become not an enemy, for thereby thou shalt inherit an ill name, shame, and reproach. Even so shall a sinner that hath a double tongue. Now, my point here is, don't make yourself an enemy when you could instead make a friend. The more people who have your back, the more powerful you are. People are extremely valuable, more valuable than money. For example, would you rather have $1 million or 1,000,000 people that have your back? Exactly. So that shows you that a human life, a person, is more valuable than a dollar. People are more valuable than money. They got a saying in the world that money makes the world go round. But I see what they saying, but I would say people make the world go round. Even the super rich elite, these people that sit in high places, whose confidence is in money and all that they care about is increasing their wealth. In order to get to that level, they still have to go through people. They had to exploit and prey upon the common man, the low class, to get to where they are. They still do it. These super rich companies we work for, to get their fortune and to keep it and maintain it and grow it, they need people. People make the world go round. Understand that. Understand the value of a person, right? No matter what nationality, right? So my point here is treat people wisely, no matter what nationality. Now, am I saying trust them? Hell no. Am I saying trust them? No. You dig what I'm saying? Let's make that clear. Am I saying trust your enemies? Am I saying trust the other nations? No. But am I saying treat them wisely? Yes. Now, let me get the book of Sirach, chapter 3, and verse 31. It says, and he that requiteth good turns is mindful of that which may come hereafter. And when he falleth, he shall find a stay. So my point here is, you reap what you sow, and the energy you put out is the energy you will get back. So be wise toward all men. You never know when you might need help from others. But if all you do is openly show hatred or disdain, right? Key word also, openly show hatred or disdain for people, they're not likely to help you. If you don't have no balance in your speech, if you're not using any subtlety or wisdom, if all you do is openly show hatred or disdain for the other nations everywhere you go, people are not gonna be likely to help you. It's not wise. The book of Romans chapter 12 and let's see, 12 and 18 is what I want. Romans chapter 12 and verse 18. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Now, chiefly, we are commanded to live peaceably with all men of our nation. But it would help us to live peaceably with anyone we come in contact with, if possible. Is it not commanded in our law that even when we come to a people to make war against them, that we are to first declare peace unto them? Is it not commanded in our law? Why? Because peradventure, if we come peaceably, they may willingly serve us. If we come peaceably, they might willingly serve us. Let me get this. That's what the law says. Roughly paraphrasing. Go check that out, though. That's Deuteronomy 20. No. Sorry, 10 and 25. The book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 25. Unto the servant that is wise shall they that are free do service, and he that hath knowledge will not grudge when he is reformed. So boom. And the scriptures say, unto the servant that is wise shall they that are free do service. So if you're a wise servant, you can have people that are free doing service to you. You can be low in society. You can be a slave. You can be a servant. But if you're wise, if you're walking in wisdom, you can have people that are free doing service to you. So even in our captivity, if we exercise wisdom and obedience to our God, we may find favor. It is written, when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Look at the examples of our forefathers, such as Joseph, right? Who was a slave, but through wisdom, he was promoted to a ruler in Egypt. And being falsely accused and thrown into prison, through wisdom was promoted to a guard in the prison. And after some time, through wisdom, he was freed from prison and became a great ruler in all the earth. See that? And through patience and righteousness was made greater than he was before. But if through pride Joseph would have exalted himself against his enemies in their land, then would he not have achieved this glory, and perhaps through pride and hastiness of spirit would have destroyed himself. Let us look at this example and the many other examples of our righteous forefathers who dealt with subtlety and craftiness when they have fallen into their enemies' hands and were delivered or even exalted, such as Joseph. Am I saying change your doctrine? No. Am I saying love the other nations as if they're your own? No. I'm saying use wisdom like Yahushua taught us, right? Book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 16. It say, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So as followers of Yahushua, our lives are constantly in danger. So he commands us to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Serpents are known for quickness and subtlety, right? Harmless in the Greek, let's get the Greek. Let me show you where I'm at. It's Matthew 10 and 16, same verse. It says be harmless. When you go into harmless, it's going into unmixed. This is the outline of the biblical usage. Pure as wines or metals, of the mind without a mixture of evil, free from guile, innocent and simple, right? Unmixed, innocent, harmless, simple. So is the Lord teaching us to be soft Is the Lord teaching us to be a wet napkin? No. He's telling us to be pure in our minds, right? And founded in God's laws. We are to be wise and subtle because we are amongst danger and our enemies, but we are still to be pure. We're still to be wise as we still to be harmless as doves, unmixed, right? We don't start taking on the heathen customs just because we in the heathen's land. We stay pure. We stay unmixed, right? Now let me get this, man. Let me go back to this. We have to use wisdom to navigate this place. We still hate our enemies, but we have to use wisdom to navigate this place. It's like, yeah, being that we are, our oppressors are in rulership, and we don't tempt the Lord by doing foolish things and purposely starting problems with the other nations or anyone for that matter. If we are persecuted, let it be for the Lord's sake, and nothing else, nothing more, and not for foolishness and pride, right? Let's see. Not for pride and foolishness. Now, I got a couple more scriptures, y'all. Appreciate y'all, tapping in. The book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 7. It says, offend not against the multitude of a city, and then thou shalt not cast thyself down among the people. So we are in our oppressor's land, and it is against wisdom for us to offend the people of the land where we live. The word of God says what it says, and we hold true to it. But outside of that, it's not our place to do violence or to start problems with these people. The Lord has a time and a place for them to be judged. Our mission for now is to endure. Get this. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. That ain't even what I want. 3 and 30, that's what I want. Strive not with a man without cause, if he have done thee no harm. So it's not wise for you to be against someone without a given reason. And if he has posed no threat to you, you only create problems for yourself when you do so, and there's no telling where someone is mentally. They might be ready to crash out. Then you may lose your life over something that could have been avoided. As it's written in the book of Sirach, travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest thou perish with him through his folly. Roughly paraphrasing. So yeah, man, this has been my quick exhortation for today. Hey, Lord willing, you was edified. Lord willing, this was received, and you can grow from it. I'm gonna end off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh, Bahashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. It's been your brother Prince Malachi, sons of Jacob. And remember, never trust thine enemies, and Kwam Yashrala. Shalom.